I change your bum life. You fight me, it's a celebration.
I'll beat you.
When you sign to fight me, it's a celebration. You ring back home, you ring your wife. Baby, we done it. We're rich, baby. Conor McGregor made us rich. Break out the red panties. We're rich, baby.
Yo. Welcome back to the 5th round. Your boy, as always, Stephen Moustaris. And boy, I'm fucking hyped right now. Get to talk about UFC 274. I kind of just talked about the intro, a couple of the prelim fights, the Dom Cerrone, Joe Lozon fight that kicks off the main card, Shogun Rua OSP, kind of gave my rundown of those. And here I am finally. Probably, it's just tough to explain. Clearly, I'm gonna go off that. I still got the two main events with the title fights that are headlining, but I think as a fan favorite fight, I can't speak for everybody, and I guess the buzz isn't that crazy over it just because of their last couple fights. But man, for me, my favorite right now, the Tony Ferguson Michael Chandler fight. It's tough, dude. I'm a huge fan of Michael Chandler. Coming in here and just instantly, I know he was a king at Bellator. I get it. I know he was the man. There's so many fights of his. He's respected in the game, but it's his previous 24 fights or whatever it would have been, 30, whatever he's had in his career, don't even come close to the 3 fights that he's had in the UFC. To come into the UFC in 2021, and if we want to even take it back a step, to not only not even ever have a UFC fight, but be the technical backup option for the Khabib Gaethje fight, that shit was pretty cool. Even though I clearly never had to use him, but that's really sweet of him to even want to do. And then comes in, fights Dan Hooker, finishes Dan Hooker. I know we just seen him lose, I think a couple weeks ago, but he was at 145, cut a lot of weight, and at this time when he did fight Michael Chandler, you don't see Dan Hooker getting knocked out in the first fucking round. And to see Michael Chandler come out there and just make quick work of Dan Hooker, nobody does that shit. Even, I think it was Arnold Allen, I think was who got him real good and everything. Even him, dude, he got rocked a couple times back. Chandler didn't get rocked, so I don't know. It was really cool to see. And then I don't think you can have 2 better losses than the losses he had. Honestly, name 2 better losses on a career. Even if you want to say back to back, that were still competitive as hell. His fight with Charles Oliveira, first round, 10-8 all day. Knocked him down, worked his ass. Probably, it looked like he was going to finish him the same way he finished Dan Hooker. Those little rabbit punches at the end, he's on his knees. It was crazy, but now we know Charles Oliveira being out here being a dog and shit can go getting rocked and then come back and win multiple times. But and then he has the fight of his life, but fight of the night performance with Justin Gaethje, back and forth. Both of them were going ham. He did do some dumb shit to me in the 3rd round. I was I don't know what the fuck he's doing. He kept pointing at, I couldn't tell if it was Dana White or couldn't tell who the fuck he was pointing at. But he was completely looking at Gaethje and then would just look and point or something. I don't know what he was doing, but it was a hell of a fucking show. Still one of my favorite fights of the year last year. And then clearly now he's fighting Tony fucking Ferguson. And don't get me wrong, I know Tony. I think we see him lose to Gaethje, and then he goes on to lose to Charles Oliveira, who can't take much of those losses away because those are the 2 that are fighting for the belt literally the same night, this Saturday. And then he loses to Beneil Dariush just a couple months ago, who Beneil Dariush, I know nobody's wanting to fight him right now or anything, but that dude's literally, if he wanted to sit out and get the winner of this fight, I know I'd kind of like to see Beneil Dariush fight Islam finally, because that was a fight that was supposed to happen. But still, it'd be a phenomenal fight. But still, Beneil Dariush is an up-and-comer, so those 3 fights, I know he lost. Tony lost and everything in a very emphatic fashion, got his ass beat. But at the same time, those are 3 guys that are at least proving themselves. It's not like he's losing to Dom Cerrone and then losing to Dan Hooker and then losing to some other person that's just just in the middle of the road. I can name a bunch, but still, it's at least they're up and they're still all at the top of the title fight. So I mean, honestly, both of these guys are kind of in a need to win situation, but at the same time, it's tough because there was there's the hype for Tony Ferguson was so real at some moments in life. Like everybody wanted to see him fight Habib. That's still the greatest what if fight of all time. I think got scheduled 20,000 times. In all 20,000 times, one of them had to pull out. I feel like it's even money. I feel like it's both like 10,000 each pull out. So clearly not that many, but you know what I'm saying. So would have been awesome at the time. Now I guess it's hindsight's always 2020, so it's easy to say like, oh, we never want to see Tony fight, you know, Habib, because look at what he did to Charles Oliveira. Look who he did to Gaethje. Look what, you know. But MMA math doesn't always work out. So I don't know. It's tough. Clearly, my heart wants to see Tony Ferguson win, just to get back on the saddle. But I also like Michael Chandler a lot. Like I like Michael Chandler a lot. Like I think I'm leaning towards him just because of just the competitiveness, I should say. Like he, at least in his last two losses, they've been very competitive. He looked like he had a chance to win a couple of those. Look, almost finished Gaethje. He had him rocked. And like with Tony, he hasn't even had a competitive fight in the last three. I guess you can say that he did rock Justin Gaethje at the end of that second round, which was pretty cool with that uppercut. But other than that, it's been a lot of, I don't know. I just don't want to speak on it because I don't know Tony's like real world problems. I don't know him outside the cage or anything, so I can't speak on it. But it is sad to see that maybe that's coming into play, and he's getting older. So I want to see Michael Chandler win, and I want to see Chandler, you know, maybe get that Islam fight, maybe get that Beneil Dariush fight, work his way up to maybe a title fight. Because I would never be mad at seeing him fight Charles Oliveira again. But I don't know. Tony, though, if he pulls out the win, I think everybody in the world is going to be excited. I don't think there's a fight, or I should say a fighter that wins on this fight card that more people would be excited than Tony Ferguson winning. I think the crowd would go fucking nuts, and I really hope it can happen. It's sad one of these guys got to lose, but like if Tony loses this fight, like what's next? You know, like we can't have him fight, you know, the Hernandezes of the world, Alex Hernandez of the world. I don't know. I just don't want to see him fight these guys anymore. Like it's got to be top fights only, and still, even if he does win tonight or Saturday, he's still going to have to, you know, maybe fight one or two more times to even get close to the title fight. So I don't know. It's just sad when we see our fighters come down to the kind of the end of their careers, and I'm hoping I'm wrong here, but it's just tough, man. So I think I'm going to go Chandler. I hope it's not a finish. I hope it's just an all-out classic. I hope they both not rock each other. I hope one gets almost kind of submission. I hope the other one turns it around. You know, I hope it's a phenomenal fight of the night and everything, and they both get out healthy. Clearly they're going to get fucked up, but, you know, like, hope they come out healthy. So, I don't know. Really, really excited for this fight, though. And, yeah, even though they both have lost, if you add it up, they've lost 5 fights in a row between the two of them. Like, still, like I said, what are 2 better losses for Chandler than his 2? And then what are, you know, the other 3 for Tony Ferguson? At least he is losing to the champion, the number 1 contender, and then maybe the number 2 or number 3 contender in the division. So you're not that mad. So, but hey, this has been the 5th round. As always, your boy Stephen Moustaris. And if you guys like this video, I got a bunch more. I mean, shit, you can go through them. And then keep up with MMA shit. I'm always going to be posting. And then if you guys like music, all my music lovers out there, if you guys are ever interested to, you know, I do this thing called the Re-Listenables, where I break down some of the greatest albums of all time. Clearly not listen to them on camera, but go through, kind of just, you know, do a lot of research on it, find some fun facts about it. So if you guys are interested in that, check it out. So hey, this has been the 5th round as always, and let's go, baby. UFC 274.